It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world today?
Hello.
A lot in travel.
Yes.
Travel.
Oh my gosh, from strikes to American airline flight attendants want more money. Everybody, it's something every time you talk about.
So what I heard that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, yesterday. American, they're based here in Dallas. So hey, they probably like
inflation is up. They're working harder, they're working longer hours, more issues to deal with. I think that but I just don't want to have to pay for it in my ticket price.
If they decide that's how else are they going to be able to pay for those increases? And now you think about it, they need those flight attendants and gate agents and all these ladies because and gentlemen because people act a fool and they need, and the thing about it, I always said about America, they probably have the best rebooking, like when flights cancel and change, they probably got the best process of all of them that I could think of. And you don't want to make those people mad.
So what happened? Was some flights canceled yesterday? I haven't really watched the news.
Yeah, I don't think the flights were canceled. I think they were just picketing and you're protesting because they want better pay. Rightfully so. It's, just like Jay y'all said, it's expensive. I went to the grocery store and bought 10 items and I spent $80. I'm still like, I didn't even buy
that happens to all of us.
Well, a dozen of eggs is $5 or more. So that's easy to happen now. I know I've got a friend, and I just saw she's a flight attendant. She just posted that she didn't want to have to be responsible for putting people's luggage in the overhead bins. Yeah, and I said I can understand that. Again, they're not being paid. Yeah,
you think about it, it's heavy. That's back-breaking work.
It is back-breaking work.
So I guess if somebody can't do it, like if a passenger can't do it, if you're handicapped or if you're, other people help people.
Yeah, but just imagine, you're a flight attendant, you got your nails done, and somebody got some nonsense up in there. And your nails broke. That's $40 gone right there.
But just think about all day having to lift people's luggage up. If you got to put people's luggage in there all day, that'll break you down.
That's workers' comp. That's workers' comp. Your back go out. Because I can tell you now, I can barely pick up my bag sometimes. Because you have some of these people, they smaller than me, and they be trying to throw that in there.
Yeah.
I can understand them once it's up there, them rearranging it. But
I wouldn't try. No, they shouldn't have to put it up there.
But a lot of people help each other though.
They do.
You very seldomly recall a flight attendant actually picking it up.
Yeah.
Usually it's a man. Hopefully, chivalry isn't dead, and there are men out there that just pick that up for an elderly lady. I'd hope.
She was just saying that she didn't want that to be a part of her responsibilities on her job, and I can definitely understand that.
Yeah. And then you also see, I was listening to what some person who thinks she's famous from Dallas. I think she's like a track person, Shakari. She got put off a flight.
Yeah, she got put off 2 flights, I think.
And I'm like, so you think you got people going out there encountered? I mean, they entitled to some type of service.
Yeah. What did she do?
I don't know what she was going off, or she was acting.
She caused the scene. She caused the scene.
They asked her to
talking loud, just being rowdy.
Yeah, and then they pretty much said, "Oh, you gotta go." And she was like, "Y'all don't know who I am." And I'm like, "Girl, you nobody. You
okay, say her name again.
Shakari Richardson or Shakari Richardson.
Oh,
she's the track star.
She's the track star from Dallas.
Yeah, the track star from Dallas.
The one that couldn't run, they wouldn't allow her to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's going through some things in life, but I understand that. But you don't demean anybody in their job, in their role, and regardless of who you think you are. People providing the service, and if they got the authority to say you don't get to fly, then you probably want to make sure you're doing the right thing here.
You like everybody else.
Yeah,
you don't want to get rowdy on any planes, because it looks like, from what I can see, whenever anybody gets rowdy, they get put off.
They get put off. Yeah. They don't even deal with it anymore. No. It's like, if you rowdy coming through the door, you liable to get put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And I mean, but you know what, it's so much going on. But I want to talk about people want to go out the country, but you know what, you need to know what's going on in the world. Girls Trip, they didn't already release their little promo or
where they're going.
They're going to Ghana. So
wow.
Yeah, so Ghana, I've been just kind of reading and seeing they want to be that Mecca that gets Americans and other blacks back to Africa and to those Africa countries, and you got to know what's going on. They may think they the U.S., but they don't have those same luxuries that we're accustomed to. So people got to be prepared. You might be living in a hut thinking you're going to be in a villa.
One thing that our listeners can do is go back and listen to our previous podcast about traveling in Africa, and our talk where we had talked about the different connections that you must have. You must need to know who you're traveling with. It's right to have
language barriers.
You can't just travel there like you do to most countries. You need to have connections there and people you can connect with to get you where you need to go. Don't get in the wrong area. It's all kinds of safety and all kinds of issues.
You definitely need and what was her name? What was her name? She was with the Melanin Magic Girl.
Melanin Magic
girl.
Christine with Melanin Magic.
Yeah,
I may be saying it wrong, but
Melanin Magic Travel. Yeah, we did a whole podcast, and she is kind of one of those travel agents that's can really give you a lot of wealth of information about traveling in these different countries, and being able to have someone that can kind of walk you through the path. So when people start thinking, I want to go on a girls trip to Ghana, they better be thinking about where
she's with Melanin Travels Magic.
Yes,
and her name is Christine. And we also did a show, remember, with my nephew from when he visited Ghana. We provided a lot of information also, because Ghana is about to get really, it's popular now, but it's about to get really popular.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see people are going to be, they may want to go out there and watch the premiere, or they may, because it's a place that you're hearing about, people keep talking about it, and they want to go. I want to go,
we all know people who have been, and so we, but you must do it the right way. So you're right. Those are two good podcasts to listen to.
You don't want to plan a week travel trip there. You want to plan to do some, spend some time and really, really understand, what's going on out there. It's what I would always think, if you're going to take that long of a trip. I don't want to be there for and then it's just crazy. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on.
Did you all see that in Mexico? Was that crazy or not?
Yeah.
About the gym, she posted. Yes, I saw that with Shanika with the gym. She posted that. There's
Shanika was on our show too.
Yeah, Shanika.
Yeah. So but it was the Uber or the cab company went on strike, and the Uber wouldn't cross with them. So I think it was kind of like those transportation. That just think about it. You in a foreign country, Mexico. You in Cancun, Tulum. You think, I wonder what would happen with me. I was driving a passenger.
You were the driver.
I don't know what they have let me cross, because it looked like they were like they would not. They
would let. People were getting out of the cars with their luggage, walking to the airport.
And you remember, that is a long trip. That is not like walking
down road. That road is very long.
I bet it was at least 2-3 miles just to get to like the area where you feel secure.
And that's what they said. They had to walk 2 miles to get to the airport. But see, we wouldn't have had that option, because we actually dropped off our vehicle at the airport.
Yes.
So we wouldn't have had the option of
you can't just leave the vehicle like parked on the side of the road.
I guess we would have been calling that guy, telling him, come and meet us, or come walk over here and get this vehicle, because we're about to get over here to the airport.
Or they may have made us go back to the hotel and go back to the hotel, because and and figure it out, because
with your luggage, that's a long ways to walk, pulling luggage. a mile or 2
and
miles to the
remember
airport.
that big old bag we had. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine trying to go down 2 miles. You better have your good shoes on, your water bottle. That's a hike.
And then there's so many people walking too. So you want to walk behind those people. I'm sure that was really just a bad situation.
I wonder how that impacted the airlines. Did they take off? Did they realize that, these people are out there?
Yeah. I wonder if they stopped some of the planes. Did they still leave on time, or did they? I don't know. Did you all read anything?
Yeah,
I haven't read up on that yet.
Other than her actually her post, I didn't even know a lot about it.
I didn't know that either.
Anything pub up about it, but I did see them talk about how China they pretty much got 80% of their population or some new variant of COVID, and so you definitely need to be reading up before you go to China, because I don't think that's gonna be on my to-do list.
No,
we won't be able to go there.
We've been there, but we're not going back no time soon.
Yes, and I gotta tell you, you really, really need to be up to speed when you get ready to go to on different countries. And we want to go to different places like Italy and a lot of these different places, and we really gonna make sure that we know what's going on, because between airlines, hotel, Uber drivers now striking. Look, people want money because the people need money. They can't live off of what they lived off 5 years ago. Because I tell you, if you are, when I was just walking around in the store and I kept thinking, what about that person who's making the minimum wage and they gotta buy groceries, pay their utilities, have their
kids to take care of, and that's why you see the prices. And everybody wants flight attendants want more money. They're charging more they're going to be charging more for the flights. Everything
the tech
is going
industry,
up.
You see Amazon and all these different places, they're laying off. Google, all these big tech companies that did all these mass hiring during COVID, they are releasing these people. And I mean, company, I'm just saying it's hitting every spectrum.
It is.
They're looking at the bottom lines around here. They cutting away the fat. So I definitely believe that it's fair. As the cost of living going up, the wages are not going up, and people are desperate, and
there are still certain deals that you can get out there because I know I bought a plan maybe about a year or so ago where I could get paid for 2 rooms with Hilton, and then I would get 4 nights pay for 2 nights, get 4 nights for 2 nights for free. So there are still deals out there that you can get, but overall, the prices of everything is trickling down to travel too. We keep telling you.
Look, we're getting ready to go to Vail, Colorado, to the ski summit. We didn't pay a lot for those tickets. How much? Really reasonable. But if we're gonna get bad service, don't know if we're really gonna get there. We got to think about that residual effect. We'd already paid for a hotel. We already got a rental car. We already paid for activities. If we can't get there, we're going to be back in the same situation we were 2 years ago.
Yeah. But at least
and
this
back
time
to that,
we have travel. We have travel insurance.
Travel insurance.
And that's why you got to get travel insurance. I mean, back then we wasn't really thinking about that, but I would tell everybody, if you're going anywhere, buy some travel insurance just in case.
It just makes all the sense in the world. And buy you a long-term policy, a year. You're going to be traveling. Even if you're traveling 3 times this year, it's worth it, because if you're buying a travel insurance every time you fly, American, for the cost of that, you could actually buy a policy for a year.
It'll cover everything. It'll cover your flights. It'll cover your gas. Everything.
Delays, if there are delays.
Trip cancellation or your interruption of your trip. If you get there and you gotta fly back home, for some reason, emergency, medical, just all kind of stuff. It covers a lot. You never know.
And then they even have, I think I have a plan where they even, hospitalization. If I need to go and have medical attention, especially outside the country, there's a plan that kind of, because your healthcare insurance doesn't work in another country. You do know that, people. Your healthcare insurance is only your U.S.
health insurance.
Yes, it's not even North America. It's the U.S. When you go to Canada, it don't work. When you go to Mexico, it doesn't work. So you gotta have, get into one of those situations where you need to go to a doctor, a hospital, or some of that. You may have to pay $10,000-$12,000 just for them to even see you or do anything.
Now, Tina, for our listeners, how much did you pay for your year policy?
My year policy was $61 or $62.
Very reasonable. Very
for the whole
reasonable.
Year, and
I got everything.
It covers everything, medical, any rental car. It is a very, very good policy, but just think about it. That's just for one person. I tried to add someone on, and it almost like tripled if I wanted to add additional person onto that plan. But everybody just get your own individual, and let's be ready.
And where did you get that policy at? Because actually I need to get one.
I got it from Alon. I got it from Alon's. Alon. It's the same provider with American. It's probably one of the popular insurance companies.
Okay. All right. I know a lot of times we were going to travelinsurance.com. So we'll put that information up on our website.
Yeah.
On our social media.
Yeah. And I even have, all the criteria.
You have to make sure that you get because the main thing that's happening with individuals these days are trip cancellations.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that you buy the policy that trip cancellation is included.
Mm-hmm. And I think the policy I even have is delay. If it's delayed more than X amount of hours, I think it's like 5 or 6 hours, then there's even some benefits there. If you're not with your bags within 10 hours, then it's some other stuff. So it's definitely a good policy to have, even if it's just for paying for convenience,
So Tina, send me that information and we'll post on all our social media, because I've got to get that tomorrow for all my trips that I've got planned this year.
And you definitely want to, get it at least a week before you're traveling out somewhere, because you want to make sure that you're everything's set.
Yeah. There is a time frame that you have to, I think it's 21 days, if I'm not mistaken. If you have to buy a policy ahead of time, otherwise it's not going to cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you have a trip coming up real fast.
Yeah. This one, I think it was like 2 weeks before. So 2 weeks before your travel, you wanted to have ensure that you had the benefits would kick in, as opposed to, trying to buy it the day before you go, but I guess if you can do that, you can, and pay a little bit more.
Yeah,
but this has been great. Yeah. We just really want to keep everybody informed about, if you're traveling out the country, if you're worried about, all the activity going on, we got all this information on lots of podcasts, and you just have to, go to our platforms on YouTube. Shaletta Makes Me Laugh, the Jet Setting Diva. We got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We everywhere. If you ain't been out there and really something, it's all
we even have a website, JETSettingDivas.com, and then we'll be posting all of this information, because like I said, I got to get my yearly plan too. So we got to get out everybody together.
Yeah, awesome. It sounds good.
Yep. All right, ladies.
See you later.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Let's travel and have fun, everybody.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You deserve more internet than what you get from just your cell phone. Get free high-speed internet at home, a $29.95 value when you qualify for Internet Essentials Plus and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Enjoy more streaming, gaming, and video chatting on more devices for free, with unlimited data and a wireless gateway included at no extra cost. No fees, no taxes, and no annual contract. Connect to more of what you love for free with Xfinity and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
All right, did you know I was the Mommy Slam Dunk Champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left, fake 'em out. Mama, go up, mama!
She didn't.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
Uh-huh.
It's time we get back into the family business and become bus drivers. Metro Transit is looking for operators. So get on over to their hiring event on Saturday, February 4th from 9 until noon at the new North Loop Garage in Minneapolis on 8th Avenue. You can apply in person and get interviewed on the spot. And here's the best part. You can test drive one of their 40-foot Metro Transit buses. And don't worry, staff members will be on hand to help you navigate that thing. But you got this. And they've got up to a $5,000 sign-on bonus for you if you get hired. Now, all y'all know we got kinfolk who have been Metro Transit bus drivers. Either your uncle, your cousin, grandpa, somebody. And they always had extra money in their pocket because this job pays well. And they've got good benefits. It's time we get back into the family business and become drivers. So get on over to the Metro Transit Bus Operator Hiring Event on Saturday, February 4th from 9 until noon and apply for one of these positions. You don't need experience and they'll pay for your training. You can't beat that. Just make sure you bring a valid driver's license and bring a friend. The more, the merrier. For more info, just go to metrotransit.org/drive.